Oh, this team, man. This team, man. This team loves to play with no emotion, man. This team loves to make it difficult. They love to make it stressing. They love to make it. They want us to panic. They want us to be nervous, to stress. This was nerve breaking, bro. This was crazy. But this is Champions League. This is Real Madrid in the Champions League. And no team comes close to them in the Champions League. If you want entertainment, for a neutral, this is the perfect game. First half, look at what happened first half. Look at what happened second half. If you are neutral and you enjoyed it, you are smiling. You are coming out from this game and saying, what the hell did I just watch? But this is Real Madrid in the Champions League. This has been Real Madrid in the Champions League for over a decade. If you want Champions League nights, Champions League remontadas, you come to Real Madrid. The word aura is thrown away so often nowadays. But there isn't a team that's got as much aura in the Champions League as this team. There is a reason why not only have we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Who can even dare to say that? But listen, let's talk about everything. Let's talk about the first half where I lost my head. I crashed. I was about to crash out. And then let's talk about the second half where it was what? Let's talk about the player performances. Let's give a match ratings to every single person. Oh man! Before I go any further, don't forget to of course like the video, subscribe, bro. I can't believe this, and because bro, I swear to God, yeah, I'll talk about it. Like, share, subscribe, and of course comment your own thoughts about the game and how you felt and how your emotion was. This was the team that we started. And I said in the watch along, and I said before the game, I said, what the hell are we doing? Before the game started, I said, what the F are we doing? How are we starting Luka Modric at the age of 39 in a pivot at that age against a Dortmund side who loves to attack and who loves to pretty much attack with numbers? And in terms of defensive transition, Luka Modric can't handle that, bro. At the age he's at. I was thinking, why the hell are we starting Lucas Vasquez? I was thinking, why the hell are we starting Mendy and X, Y, and Z? And the first half was the worst half. I've watched this team for 24 years. For 24 years, I've watched this team. This is one of the worst I've ever watched in my lifetime of watching this team. The worst half. And this is the worst half of the season. And it's been a pattern this season where we start shit, start slow, we start with no desire, with no intent, with no one moving around, nothing. And this has been a pattern of Real Madrid this season. First half is always slow, And I was saying to myself, this is it, because bro, please just look at that first half performance. There was no hope, there was no intent, there was no passages. We had the ball, but it felt like we didn't know what to do with the ball. And then boom, second half is what Real Madrid do in the Champions League. I think the player realised, I think every single person realised, this can't run. This cannot run. I don't know if this was Carlo Ancelotti, or I don't know if the players decided to wake up. Because Carlo Ancelotti this season have showcased to every single Madrid fan, there is no system in place, there's no identity in place, and there's no idea in place, there's no any passages in place. So I'm sure it had nothing to do with my man. Maybe he had a chat with them and say, yo, guys, wake up. Wake the F up. This is unacceptable. He must have slapped every single person. He slapped every single person in that dressing room. Whether it was Thibaut, whether it was Lucas Vasquez, whether it was Militao, whether it was Rudiger. He slapped Mendy's bald head 5 times just to tell him to wake up. Not 1, not 2. Wallah, I would have loved to slap this bald. Wallah, I would have loved to slap him. Fede, Jude, Modric, Vinny, Mbappe. First half performance by every single person was disgusting, except for Thibaut. If it wasn't for Thibaut, first half would have been 4-5-0. If it wasn't for Thibaut. So every single person in that first half, the goals that we conceded, like the type of goals that we conceded, the first goal, the fact that we let Guirassy control the ball, handle the ball, find the pass, with no one pressing him inside the box. Disgraceful defending. The second goal, Mendy, how he's letting my man just run, the Ryerson just run in the byline, cross the ball, and then Vasquez letting Gittins just come at him. This pathetic defending. But in the second half, everyone woke up. Every single person woke up. It felt like this is Real Madrid. But this has been Real Madrid this season. First half is bad. Second half, we wake up. First half bad, second half we wake up. We are second half FC. But let me give special shout out. And let me give a special shout out in terms of the mentality that we gave in the second half. Because that was honestly the best second half I've seen. Except for the first 10 minutes. Because bro, let's be honest, the first 10 minutes it was disgraceful. And I did it in the watch along as well. Like, I was expecting us to bounce back. I had a feeling we will maybe respond maybe with a goal or 2 goals. But the first 10 minutes didn't give me any reassurance because we started the second half very slow, very, very slow. And it didn't feel like we were 2-0 down. It felt like we were 2-0 up. It was Dortmund who was trying to kill the game with a third goal, with a fourth goal. 2 chances which they had, which could have been 3-0, 4-0 if it wasn't for Thibaut Courtois. So I felt like, oh my God, are we really about to lose this game 3 or 4-0? But then the moment that first goal came in by Rudiger, the whole outlook of the game changed. The whole momentum of the game changed. Everyone woke up. I think that was the goal which unlocked everyone in this team. From every single person. And the goal came with a bit fortune of luck. There was a bit deflection there, and the ball somehow managed to get inside the box, and the cross was made, and Rudiger, unmarked, got the goal, and then boom, everyone woke up. Whether it's Lucas Vasquez who woke up, or it was Militao, Rudiger became much more solid defensively, they woke up. Or it was Mendy actually keeping Malin quiet for the remainder of the game. Where was Fede Valverde being himself defensively going through? Where was Luka Modric who had an impact and assisted the second goal when he passed it to Mbappe? Where was Jude Bellingham being himself? Rodrigo finally as well had an impact with some of the goals. Mbappe was moving selflessly around, especially with that Vini fourth goal where he dragged a man with him. Or whether it was the Ballon d'Or winner. Ballon d'Or winner. Give him the Ballon d'Or right now. Give him the freaking Ballon d'Or right now. Stop the count. That's no reason to wait till Monday. I'm not waiting till Monday for him to get the Ballon d'Or. Give him the Ballon d'Or right now. Go to his yard. I don't care if he's butt naked at his yard. Give him the Ballon d'Or. I don't care if he's taking a shower. Give him. Stop him. Give him the Ballon d'Or right now. He deserves it. He absolutely deserves it. And when you look at someone hoping for someone to step up and showcase his brilliance and his greatness to this team, it's this guy. The question marks before the start of the season was whose team is this? It's his team. It's always been his team. It will never change, and it will never change. I don't care who comes in. I don't care if it's Mbappe that's coming in this season. I don't care if Jude came in last season. I don't care if Ronaldo comes from Al Nassr. I don't care if Messi somehow comes back. I don't care if Sergio Ramos or Zidane comes out of retirement or Toni Kroos comes out or R9 comes out. I don't care who comes out. This is his team, and it will always be his team. He is Mr. Real Madrid. And he is, ever since Ronaldo went, ever since Ronaldo left Champions League, and ever since Ronaldo went to Saudi Arabia, Mr. Champions League is no one else but Vinicius Jr. And his showcase for the past 3 years and this season so far. Whether it's the final goal he scored against Liverpool, whether it was the campaign after that where he was our only hope but we lost against City, but he was the only one doing things, or whether it was last season and look what he did in every single round, or whether so far this season, the Champions League. People talk about, oh, the Ballon d'Or's finished, the Ballon d'Or's done, what are we going to do? What are you talking about? He's carrying the Ballon d'Or. He's the entertainer that we have, one of the only entertainers that we have. He is keeping the prestige of the Ballon d'Or still on the table because of him. And the second half display, what more do you want? Do you want a tap-in? All right, he gave you a tap-in. That's for the Barcelona fans. Vinny can only score tap-ins. What about the second goal? What about the third goal? Takes the ball, takes it, tackles, goes past one person, the little shimmy, and boom, left foot, weak foot, top corner, 3 goals. And this is what, but despite the win, despite the lovely comeback, the remontada. The problem hasn't changed really. I don't want people to be deceived by this. This shouldn't take your mind away from what we still have. We still have issues. We still have problems. Dortmund have just been Dortmund. Dortmund have just been another victim of Real Madrid nights, Champions League nights at the Bernabeu. You've just been another victim. You've just been another victim of it. But any other team, it might have been a different story. It might have been a different story. If this was any other night, Dortmund could have scored the third goal, the fourth goal, and it would have never happened. But again, it's all ifs, buts, maybes. But I don't want us to reach that stage where it's ifs, buts, maybes. I don't want us to be in a position where we are 2-0 down at home. I don't want us to be at a position where 45 minutes, it felt like we wasn't even playing at the Bernabeu. It felt like we were playing at Signal Iduna Park. That first half, that first 45 minutes, it was pathetic. But the second half, everything changed. But why is it all the time second half, second half, second half? Why can't we do this for full 90 minutes? Why can't we do it for full 90 minutes? And this is what I'm worried about heading into Barcelona, that they might be the team that can exploit it and not only score 1 or 2, but 3 and kill the dagger of the game, which is what they've done this season. This season, Barcelona, they've played about 12 games, and 6 out of those 12 games, they've scored 3 goals in the first half. Dortmund didn't get the dagger. 2 goals is not enough. It might be against Celtic, it might be for any other team. Against Real Madrid in the Champions League, 2 goals is not enough. City's got experience. Liverpool's got experience. Chelsea's got experience. 2 goals is not enough. If you want to kill Real Madrid, you have to go for blood. You have to get the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. You have to literally end them. You have to kill them. 2 goals is not enough. They're still alive. Madrid's still breathing. And look, that second half, we're still breathing. And if you give us one little smell of hope, we changed it. And this has been another game. Let's give our reaction to certain players who, in my opinion, deserves a rating. And let's give it first of all we'll start with Thibaut Courtois. Thibaut, my brother, my dog. Again, I'm not gonna look at football with them, man. Them man just give fake ratings. Thibaut Courtois, despite the fact they considered 2 goals, 7.5, brother. Thank you very much. Because without you, this game would have been over. It would have been GG. It would have been game over. But you saved us. You absolute saved us. Lucas Vazquez. 6. I don't care if you had that little change in the second half, the little bounce. But the bounce, it's not even down to you. It's down to the vibe and the momentum of the game. The momentum just came to our side. It wasn't because you improved. The momentum was on Madrid's side. And Dortmund just crashed out. Their head was gone. And if your head is gone against Real Madrid, then there is not, mentally speaking, if you're mentally off against Real Madrid, that's no way you can come back. Just call it a day. Love. And Vasquez, brother, 6-0. Rudiger. No, fast Militao, apologies. Militao. That first goal, disgraceful. Second goal, disgraceful. But second half, you improved much more. You kept Guirassy quiet after we got that first goal, but still not good enough. Especially that first goal pisses me off. How Guirassy was allowed to be left inside the box. No one was marking him. And the fact that you gave him time to only receive the ball, keep the ball, collect himself, and pass the ball to Malin was under no pressure. And 3 players was around him. Disgraceful. And do you know what? 6.2. Rudiger gets 6.5. Mendy 5.5. Let's go now to what matters the most. And what matters the most is Fede Valverde. 7. Not the greatest of performances, but it's just an average, solid Fede Valverde helping the team when needed and being the defensive stability of that team, the defensive cover, because he was playing guys as a lone pivot. He was our only really lone pivot. In that second half, there's been a lot of moments that second half when Dortmund was attacking, he was the one that kept them quiet. So Fede gets 7. Jude, Gets 6.8. Luka Modric, 6.5. Yes, he helped with that second goal. It's not good enough. Don't forget the R. Wallah, I did forget the R. 6. Mbappe, 6. Vinny Jr., 9.5. Do you guys see a pattern? Do you guys see a pattern in this? This has been Real Madrid this whole season. Last season. We rely on individual brilliance. If it wasn't for Vinny Jr. and if it wasn't... Actually, you know what? Give Thibaut 8. Go back. Give Thibaut 8. And if it wasn't for Thibaut Courtois, this game is over. And this has been Real Madrid ever since Carlo Ancelotti took charge in his second tenure. It's always been individual brilliance saving him. Whether it's Thibaut, who's been doing it every single time since 3 years ago, or Lunin last season, the goalkeeper always make crucial saves. Whether it was this game, the game against Celta Vigo, the game against Alaves, the game against Atleti, well, fortunately it was 1-1. If it wasn't for him, it would have been potentially even more. The game against Villarreal, every single game, Thibaut is Thibaut. Or whether, out of randomly, there must be one person that steps in. 3 years ago, it was Benzema and Vinicius Jr. Last year, it was Jude Bellingham and Vinicius Jr. This season so far, it's been Vinicius Jr. and only Vinicius Jr. Only Vinicius Jr. These two has been helping in terms of defensively, in terms of in the midfield, but in terms of going forward, in terms of our only creating outlet, in terms of our only scoring threat, it's always been Vinicius Jr. And he's been the only one. Don't forget the R. We are forgetting the R. Kylian Mbappe, where the hell are you? So far, you've come clutch with certain goals, but okay, but it's not enough. This is not Paris Saint-Germain, bro. You're not playing for Paris Saint-Germain where you can do it one game and then go sleep and then come back next month and do another game. This is not Paris Saint-Germain, bro. This is Real Madrid. The reason why Ronaldo was so successful, we booed Ronaldo. We booed Cristiano Ronaldo, who was our greatest ever player. But he understood the assignment. He got the memo that I can't just do it for one game and then go quiet and then come back next month. Or maybe miss for 3 games and come back. For Real Madrid, if you want to be considered the greatest, if you want the Madrid faithfuls, the Madrid fans to cherish you, to applaud you, to clap for you, you have to do it every single game, no matter what circumstance, whether it's 10 men, whether we have no system or with a system, you have to do it every single game. So far this season, you've given us glimpses, you've given us patches, you've maybe given us a game or 2 games, but I want the full load. Give me the full load. Don't give me one game. I want the full load, bro. And Vinny has given the full load the whole season. Not just 1, not just 2, not 3 or 4. This whole season has been Vinicius Jr. And that's the reason why he is the Ballon d'Or winner. And that's the reason why he's going to win the Ballon d'Or on Monday. It's not a luck. It's not coincidence. He's been doing it every single game for Real Madrid, despite no system in place, despite the fact there's no identity, despite the fact there's been issues up front, despite the fact that the midfield has got no shape, despite the fact that we've got no shape defensively, despite the fact we're leaking goals, despite the fact that Carlo Ancelotti is not Carlo Ancelottian, despite the fact that Mendy was trash, despite the fact that Vasquez is playing like he's playing for Mallorca, Vinny Jr. always steps up. And this has been Real Madrid. And if we continue like this, like I said, I'm happy that we won, but let's not get it twisted. We could have lost. And it's not like we won because we were great. We were great second half for 30 minutes. That first 15 minutes, we should have conceded the 3rd goal. And I'm not being negative. I know this is just a little, again, because I've seen this season. Yeah, okay, this is good 30 minutes. Oh, good 30 minutes. Oh, good 30 minutes. This is not convincing. And it's not like he played well. He played well. The whole team played well in the last 8 minutes. It was just Vinicius Jr. The others maybe did a little bit better, but they did a little bit better because the ratings was even lower. Militao's rating was at 4. Lucas Vasquez was at 4 in the first half. Mendy was at 0. Fede was lower. Modric was at 5. They did better to maybe gradually get better, but the person whose rating was still the same is Vinicius Jr. and Thibaut Courtois. But so let's hope that next game against Barcelona, it's not just Vinicius Jr. doing the job. It's not just Jude if it's only him. Let's hope that the whole team does their part next game. Because if we rely on one person or two people only and Thibaut Courtois against Barcelona, it's not going to be cute. And if we do this every single time, bro, for Carlo, it worked out 3 years ago when Benzema did it and Thibaut did it. It worked out last season when Jude did it and Vinny did it. It's not going to work out 3 times in a row. If it does, then bro, you might be one of the most luckiest managers. And wallah, maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is on your side of the luck that you have. That every single season, you're praying for one person to carry you individually. And every single season, you get that wish. MashaAllah, bro. You've got a good luck on your side. But let me know down in the comments how you felt about the game. Honestly speaking, how you felt. And again, for a neutral, this is perfect. Champions League nights, Real Madrid, nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong. You've got entertainment written all over it. You are entertained. You are getting something no matter what. Whether it's a bad performance from Madrid or a good performance, you're getting goals. And this is what everyone got this year. But for Barcelona fans, you guys, I had over 4,000 people in my stream hate watching. And over 3,000 of them was all Barcelona fans making fun. Trust me, tomorrow against Bayern Munich, I'm there, bro, 7:30. You better make sure you win.